Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I play the various regions across the world, well, in order to explore what the world holds for me. So I do so on GeoGuessr, and well, the idea is to score 25,000 points in whatever region or county or territory or state or whatever you call it, to that first level of subdivision that whatever country I'm in has. And if I succeed in playing 25,000 points, well, then the region will be considered done and won't feature again in the series. If I fail to do so, well, it might feature again at a later date. And, well, hopefully I'll be able to see some places I haven't been before. Well, obviously I will be seeing places I haven't been before. And I hope to have a little bit of fun as I do so as well. I think GeoGuessr is quite funny, especially when I'm good at it, which I frequently haven't really been in this series, but we shall see. Today we're going to a new country in the series, and we're going to El Salvador, and we're going to the capital region of San Salvador, and well, it's a region of 886 square kilometers, so it's not huge. There's 1.5 million people living there, roughly, and the capital, of course, is the city of San Salvador, which is this big blob of locations here, which had 316,000 inhabitants, but that was as far back as 2007. Let's see if there's any more recent numbers available. Let's see what it says. Oh yeah, 525,990. No, let's see. So the city itself has 330,000. That's 2024. Right, so that's the most recent number. So it's not rising hugely. So we got some rural bits to the south, to the east, and to the north, and then we have the city in the middle. And, well, let's just see how this goes. And, as always, I'll make a challenge to anyone with the link. So if you want to try to play the same game as I am doing now, then you can find the link to this challenge in the description of the video. Right. So, and well, let's start this thing. Now, one thing is that I had to do the handpicking this time because this is not official Google footage. This is all third-party photography, even though quite a bit of it has been done by the well, I guess the National Geographical Survey of El Salvador, and a private individual who has also driven around a lot of the country. The problem, of course, being that third-party photography tends to be really slow. But I'm going to gamble that we are in... Oh, gods, look at this. Look what the arrows are heading. So I cannot really trust the directions that... Oh, my goodness me. Where did the car jump to and from? Let's see. So, okay, yeah, so we're seeing that garage. Okay. Yeah, so this is probably going to be slow. It's probably going to be... You can see that it's kind of jittery and everything. We see a mountain here, hopefully to the northwest. Let's see. So, yeah, that's got to be this peak over here, right? And so that at least suggests that the direction is kind of correct. Could we be like the Kaya Motocross? That's an interesting name for a street. Let's see. It would be fun if that was the right one, but it isn't, because this street I'm on continues past that one. Let's see. So I've never played El Salvador. And immediately we see that they got blue license plates. That's nice to know. Yeah, light blue. Okay, this is a short street. Okay. And I know I'm going back and forth here, but I just want to get a feel for the place. Okay, so it's a short street. ends up in this one, which we cannot go any further down, which is both disappointing but also interesting. Let's see, it would be very nice if we could come up with a street name, but that seems to be in very short supply. Also, this area we're in is also a very short supply on businesses, but here we got something. La Canchita. Okay. It looks like we have some. Okay, so La Canchita. Ooh, what happened here? Ooh. This is a trouble. Okay, so there's La Canchita. And I want to go that way. Apparently I can't. And what flag is that? It's not the flag of San Salvador, I think. It's definitely not the El Salvadorian flag. You would almost think that it was an embassy, but it looks a little too tatty for that. Okay, so we got a high rise over there. And La Canchita. Oh man, this is like playing Iran all over again. And now the mountain is in the southwest. Oh gods. It could actually be that one as well. Oh man, this is gonna be a nasty one. Is there for a reason, sadly. No. This is a place that has, or a country that has been ravaged by all manner of calamities for the past, what, 50 years? Los Sisimiles and Bernal. Bernal and something else. So we are on the Kylos Sisimiles. Now I also want the Bernal. Let's see, the Sisimiles and the Bernal. The Bernal is going north-northeast. That is not the Bernal. Okay, let's just say maybe we're on here in Aguilares. No, it can't be that because the coverage isn't sufficient from what I remember. So it must be somewhere inside the city. We just need to find the Bernal and the Sissimile. Let's see, Avenida Sur. Where is the Bernal? Where is the Sissimile? These are two main roads. Why can I not find them? Because they could have been renamed for all I know. Los Sisimiles and Bernal. The mountain is straight ahead. So it should be some... Ah, here's the Sisimiles. Here's the Bernal. Finally, hoo-hee. Let's see, can we find the bakery that we were on? Manantiales. Here's the bakery. There's a Beijing city. There's the Calle Orizaba and the Aconcagua. And I think that's where the football bar was. So we're somewhere here, aren't we? Let's see now. So down there should be the Orizaba. Yes, Orizaba Norte. Ooh. So that is this road. The problem right now is that I don't have enough to go by to say where I am on the street, but that ought to be nearby. Now let's see how much misalignment there is. Well, it doesn't seem to be that much. That took a long time. And we're probably, although I want to say for certain, in San Salvador again. We're definitely in El Salvador. Okay. So what do we have here? We got an Uno gas station as we head towards the south. And let's see if that... No, I can't see anything on this sign. It's just a blur. But at least we got the Uno. And this is hilly. Oh, that's very hilly. That's seriously steep. Let's see, what does it... These things usually don't say much useful. And those don't. So I had the Uno. Oh, wow, this is steep. Okay, we got signs coming up. This to the Mirador Municipal. Wasn't Mirador down here somewhere? I know I saw some, no, Miraflores, but I think I saw some Mirador as well. Maybe it was Miraflores. So, okay, let's see what this one's... Okay, this is a major junction. Okay, Los Planes, Panchimalco. Panchimalco is up here. And Los Planes... Wonder if it might be those. So could we be here? Hang on. This road is crossing underneath. So... Okay, let's cross this. No. No? No. Oh, yes, but of course. Sorry. Los Planos. And yeah, here we got Carlos Rodriguez, who has done a lot of stuff here. Los Planos. Los Planes, I mean. Altamira. Panchimalco. So, okay, let's have a look the opposite way here. No. There's an Uno, but that's not the one. Pachimalco is over there. Hmm. But it was also for the airport, which is where? San Marcos, San Jacinto. San Marcos is here. We are heading southeast. Which makes me want to return here again. To this piece of road spaghetti. Aha, I should have just gone a little closer. Okay, so we're just across the river. We're facing these fuel pumps over here. There should be nothing on this side, which is correct. We have just come across the river. Now, let's see. I have a little trouble figuring this building out. Let's see now. So there are two waterways here. There's a small one and a big one. I think I'm in a fairly good position, but I don't like what I'm looking at. That's the problem. Then we got this bend happening as well. And I'm fairly good positioned for that. Okay, let's try that. Whew. Right. Next one. I won't say that it's going swimmingly, but at least that was a swift round compared to the first one. Okay, back on the government car. This seems to be a very affluent part of San Salvador. The mountain is over there to the west this time. So that means we're somewhere over here. In Mexicanos or thereabouts, so it could actually even be further away. So, well, let's say that we're somewhere around here. So, let's see, which way should we go? Maybe we should go this opposite way here. I think there was a road coming across here. No? Oh, okay. Not really a main road, but Maripol. Is that the college, Collegio? Possibly. Hmm. I need something firmer than this. But we got Mariupol. Let's continue westwards, but let's see. So we're looking north, south, and then we get to the college thingy. We go west. I want to see if I can hit one of those main roads again. Here's something which isn't a main road, but Katva. Whatever that is. Okay, we go on. Comando de apoyo de transmisiones. Okay. Northwest. And that's the end of the coverage there. Now I try to go north. Come on. We try to, but we are not allowed to. So if we are on this one, we have one street going down to the side here. That could be the Arcada. We can actually go now go northeast. That's like totally messed up. So, okay, let's head back to this thing. Like so, and then we do this way. We go around the corner here and we go northeast. No, that doesn't work with this one. Okay, so yes. And this is the Avenida El Castillo. That, yes, okay. Yes, but yeah, this is the street. This is the street. Okay, then, so now we need to figure out where we are. Can we identify that thing? Probably not. Let's see, we got that street down there. Let's see now. Let's see, orange house, green house, that's 2, white house, that's 3. We're not that far down the street, are we? On the opposite side. Let's see, there's a gap in between the buildings here. Okay, so one more time. So we're facing an orange building and a green building and a white building. And that white building, that's the big building here. So orange and this, so let's see, so the orange one should be that one. I believe. Now we're that far away from the north end of the street. I guess we must be. And counting is useless here. Oh wait, that's home security. Ah! Okay. Right, so we are next. Oof. We're this far up the street. Okay, I'm going to compromise to say that I'm there. Oof, that was a good thing that I didn't move on. Ooh, that one was not in the right place. 4th round. Still in San Salvador. Well, there should be plenty of locations outside the city as well, but Just not going there today, it seems. At least the governmental cars seem to have a working compass and also working coordinates. Oh, let's see. Iglesia La Luz del Mundo. Okay. So the Church of the Light of the World. Main Street. No, I want to go. No, I want to go that way. I want to see what's up the road, not down the road. Oh well, got no choice on that. What does it say on this sign here? Hibida. Okay. But that church, that should be possible to locate somewhere. This intersection as well is rather singular. I gone southwest. Excuse me. Mayala Plaza. Now we're heading southwest, and it looks like we might be heading for this mountain. So... yeah, the jury's still out on that one. I'm not so sure about that. Okay, here we'll get some pointers. La Neveria. And here it says Avenida Sur. Okay. And Kaya Franklin Roosevelt. Okay, so the Sur is... So we want the 4th South Avenue. So it's the 8, it's the 4. Oh, where's Roosevelt? Yes. Yes. The church should be here. Parque la Luz del Mundo. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. So go north. Is this the first or the second street? It's the second street. It's this one. Here's the La Luz del Mundo. Okay. How many houses down the road are we? No, it's not going to be an easy one. Given how they bricked up the place. Just wish there were road numbers, but well, can't have everything. So how many properties down the road are we? So this is the first house. Am I going to the second one? Or do we? On the opposite side, we have this building. There's that one. We have a low building behind here. And then we've got this concrete thingy. I don't like this. We should be somewhere around the concrete thingy. This footage is way too unreliable to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 to that building. Or even better, 4 to up there. Okay, so let's see if we can count down to the end of the street then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the whole street is 15. From there to there. Okay, so that's 15. Then 7.5 is roughly there. So 3.5 should be roughly here. It should be roughly there. And I don't like what I'm seeing. I do not like what I'm seeing. Because it doesn't feel right. Well, it doesn't have to feel right, it just has to be right. And that's quite far. Let's compromise and put it up there. Is there any sign of an open? Thing is, you can't see over these walls, and that complicates everything. So I think my 25k is gonna get ruined here. Whew. Okay, one more round to go. And I guess we're still in San Salvador. That's kind of weird, huh? But oh well. Interesting city. It's very colorful in many ways. And then there's also all these gates and all the barbed wire. And yes, as I said, it is for perfectly good reasons, but it's also pretty tragic that it's necessary. There's the mountain in the west again, and this time it's quite to the northwest. So it could be like down here somewhere. Alto Túmulos. Alto Túmulos. I don't think I've seen that one either. Actually, I don't think I've seen any of the residential areas that I have seen while looking around. Here's a main street. We come up on it from the northwest. Hey. In there again. No? Here we are. Okay, so we're going northwest. The mountain is somewhere up in there. So it could be here in this area, maybe. This road comes around a bend, which doesn't quite match. Okay, so let's, oh yeah, that's definitely a bend, all right. So we're going around the bend, so it's not that road. Let's continue up this road a little bit and see what we've... Seriously? That can't be right. How did that happen? But okay. Santa Tecla Aeropuerto, okay. Aeropuerto. Southwest. This one is the 25th Avenue South and Boulevard of Heroes. Here's the 25th South Avenue. Boulevard of Heroes. Could we... Yeah. Camellias Lorena. Gardenia. So we came onto whatever road we were on in a very tight bend. And where's the Avenue of Heroes? Rather, the Boulevard of Heroes. So not the Boulevard of Venezuela Boulevard. You would think that the Boulevard of Heroes would be down here somewhere. Down in the city center, but I can't see it. As usual. But I have to reorient myself. Let's see. So here we were going westwards. Then we came out of this place, we crossed this street, go northwest, and we wind up on this big street. So let's try and go the opposite way. This just took me down there again. If I go like so, yes, this is what I want. Okay, so this is, alright, so this is where we saw the signs for that. And if I'm a little careful now, maybe I can spot a business or two in this little intersection, which is here. Let's say here it is. So we got a bit of a bend. Oh, well, not just a bit of a bend, we got... Oh, so the road is heading almost north. But also it's heading uphill. Could we on the Bruceres? Talapo. Did they say Alto Talapo? Calle El Talapo, Lomas de Altamira. Could we have entered here? Southeast. Not quite, but I think we're onto something here. Okay, one more time. I'm back to here and check the gates. What did it say on the gates again? It said Alto Tumulos. Ah, blast, not Talapo. Ah, I thought I had it now. What? Oh, God. Alto Tumulos mean Alto means stop. Tumulos means speed bumps. So that didn't help any. Okay, so let's just continue up this road. It went north, and now it is turning very northeasterly. And here we got a sign I would love to read because this is a rather special intersection. Which, here we go, the Montserrat. Oh, well, I did have the Montserrat. Where was the Montserrat again? I had it. Here's the Montserrat. The El Espino. I've seen the El Espino as well, haven't I? Here's the El Espino. Yeah, Calle Alfredo El Espino. So, I think we came out here. Let's have a little look again, shall we? So here we go eastwards. We come to the Avenida El Recreo. Here. And if we go south, I said south. There you go. Sorry, north, I mean. If we go north, we go to the passage number 1. Oh, what do we have here? Ah, here we go. Okay, this is our street. This is our street. Now, how to pin this one? So we're outside the 140, but there are no signs to help me there. We're not on the bend yet. That's a way away. And the front of the buildings don't match what I'm seeing there. I don't see any building that is significantly closer to the road, unless it's this one. But that can't be right, can it? Okay, that's an interesting vehicle. Nice. What on earth is that? Edsel or something? Gods, I wish there were house numbers here. Oh yeah, let's have a look the opposite way. So here we got a bit of a little gap between houses. And there's like a uniform wall all the way. And this building is kind of jutting out a little bit compared to the others. So that's a working theory at least. Now, that thing could actually be that. Now we have this building being this bit here. But we're missing a gap. Also, let's see, this could be this gap. And in that case, this here should be this gap. Let's see, so we got a blue one, the green one, then we got a gap for a garden, then we got that one, which is where we have the gap here following next. So after the gap, we got this building. Ooh. Yeah, so then we got a building. Let's see. Got a building jutting out. That must be this one. Slight gap to the next one that juts out. This one. Yep, there's a little passage between them, and here is the open space. I think I have it. Not sure. But I think that's the best I can do. Dude. Oh, man. That was tough. That was tough. That was tough. Well, we got it. Ooh, I'm so chuffed. Oh, that was not easy to maneuver around in. And I think that's that's one of the first third-party maps of the series. I think it might actually be the first third-party map of the series that I've actually managed to 25k. Wow. So yeah, kudos to the El Salvadorian Geographical Survey and the fellow has been making a lot of driving around in the area. So yeah, ooh, well, at least we got to see a lot of San Salvador, at least the suburbs. So that was kind of interesting. So yeah, that is San Salvador done and dusted. And I'm glad you're still with me here on A Tiny Dot in Space, and I hope to see you again when the next episode is up. So until then, bye-bye.